Welcome, folks, back to Final Fantasy XI. It's been a while since we've been into Adeline. So long, in fact. There's a couple of things, as you saw, there's a break point in the original Chains of Prometheus story. Granted, the story goes beyond that. There's at least 2 chapters worth. But today, mostly because we did the big old stream of this the other day, last week, I decided, well, let's see if we can't figure out and continue our wonderful little adjustments and do a little experiment in Adeline here. First thing I need to do is I need to find someone. We're looking for... He's at G8. Oh, and he's an Eastern anyway. Okay, regardless, then all we gotta do is find Brenton. Oh, no, there he is. There's the one I'm looking for anyway. Hello. Well, regardless, there's one experiment I want to check. And that's mainly, can I solo a Wildskeeper Reeve at this point? The answer is a possible no, but I won't know until I try, because I've not found good... I've not found good sayings as to what's a good point at which you can. What timing, Rachnios? You've been invited to dine with the members of Adeline's cabinet. I'm gonna feed off this accomplishment of yours, but I'm gonna feed off this accomplishment of yours vicariously for weeks. As real as Dickens, though. Couldn't be happier for you, Rachnios. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. Once your bison stops bucking, put on your best bib and get yourself over to Adeline Castle. Come to think of it, Rachnios, have you never heard of the Nakulas? The Nakuls. They're the ranchers of this continent's frontier, and more temperamental than a bull in heat. Rumor has it that the Nakuls have been threatening the pioneers' efforts thanks to some puppeteer or whatnot. I've yet to see any proof of that in the pudding. Either way, it seems their trails and ours are bound to cross. You might as well learn a thing or two from while you're moseying about the jungle. Tell them to pony up and get in line like the rest of the herd, so you pioneers can lead Urbuka to greatness. Okay. Okay, that was apparently all we needed. Granted, there's another block in Rhapsodies at this point, but it's not like that matters too much. Well, that's all we needed, anyway, to even be able to do these things. So we need to find... another person. Says he's at E6 in Eastern Adlin. Eastern Adlin is always in the other location, isn't it? Because we're in Western Adlin. Yeah. We're in Western Adlin. I need to go to Eastern anyway. Because that's the big thing we're gonna check. Obviously, the quests are the more important thing. There's only 3 of them left, so... Yeah, there's only 3 major... Well, I was gonna say major quests. 3, navigational quests left. They're just at locations I've never been to. The Kamar Drifts. The Doe Gates. Let's see, we're looking for Dimian. There he is. We're going to try at an early one. Ah, the Amathrin Society. Ah, of course, has to be one of the secret society. And now we've got a barometer. $90,000. Well, that was if I wanted to get them all. I don't need them all. 15,000 for this one. Oof. Well, that was unusual, to say the least. Definitely an unusual individual, even for them. Well, that was all we needed to do anyway. And that's got through the woe gates. Okay. So that's from Fonte. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get to where we need to go before we even take on the Reeve. I should be able to just navigate from what I'm seeing. There's no scalable walls in the way. Ah. Let's see. There we are. I don't know why that one music was just so much louder than the others. Let's see, we need to go to Foret, Biviac, 4. One thing I was able to do was I actually decided to look into the Mount Muzzle mod add-on and discovered for some reason it defaults to silence, which is why the music always cuts away. There are alternatives, like zone music. So we don't have to worry about Mount Muzzle, you know, the Mount Muzzling zone music anymore. Also, maybe one of these days I'll consider unlocking the Omega Mount. I have all the bits for it. Now that is a slug model. Ew. Absolutely disgusting. That should bring us down into the gates, where we really should summon just in case. Just some random trusts who were I mean, really, we could also just try and sneak through. Well, it looks like there's another adventurer, another player, navigating the same gates, so I mean, we could, now that we're here, we should have unlocked, let's see, should be in combat region. No. Those would not be a bad idea, but that's not what we're looking for. We're actually looking for, there we go. There's some colonization reeves. Because if we can do the colonization reeves while we're here, that'll help with capacity. Looks like that's exactly what the other person's doing as well. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. Might as well do some help. I believe that counted. That did not, in fact, count. Well, no point in... Well, there's no point in continuing that way. Oh god, those were Apex guys. No, 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 no. Please tell me you did not see me. Incredibly tough. Right. I remember reading something about the dough gates being a good place to farm capacity points, and that, I think, is because of those guys. I think this is where they started introducing Apex monsters, annoyingly enough. Oof, that F is not very happy. That F is actually pretty strong. Oh great, there's two of them. Yeah, they actually hurt pretty badly, to be all things considered. Would you guys choose an opponent? Good God. My two mages. There we go. They don't appear to be that tough. They're definitely not very tough. I mean, they hit like a truck, but that's about the worst they seem to do. Oh, that missed. A 1,000 capacity points, that's not terrible. Honestly, that's really not that bad. Void worms. Protuberances. That's not a word you see a lot nowadays. At 1,000 experience points, at 1,000 capacity points, that's actually not bad. Especially 3,000 merit points. That would actually go pretty quickly. And the Kimar drifts are from the Woe gates. Well, we are here, and I need to get the maps for these locations. It will help a little bit. And now we need to talk to Toppled Tree. Hold up there, Pioneer. I'm in need of your aid. You've had the misfortune of squaring off against a Velk. Foul beasts, those. Stinky and violent. What an unpredictable streak at that. Maybe a bit stupid, but it's only a matter of time before they turn their spears into Adeline. That's why the Coalition put me here to keep an eye on them. I know something startling. They're able to use the ivy that snakes along the sides of cliffs here in the Margini Ravine to scale vertical walls, enabling them to move almost effortlessly from place to place. I figure that if those brutes can do it, it can't be too hard, right? The ivy's covered with all sorts of thorns and briars, making climbing an exercise in futility. And then, something came to me. What if we could make gloves out of the hides they use? Then we could keep our hands safe for sure. I assume I don't have to spell this out, but in any case, I want you to raid one of their encampments and procure some of their leather. Multiple occasions I've seen leather scraps strewn about the outskirts of that encampment of theirs to the southwest. It'll be a dangerous task for sure. I'm sure you've seen worse during your extensive travels in the Midlands. I'd go myself, but I've been commanded to stay at this post, so help a Golka out, won't you? Let's see, we start here. Requires passing through the ones at K10. Also said the ones at K8. Also the guide says. Well, that's a scalable area if we had access to that. We don't. Yeah, that's not scalable area for us yet. I mean, if we have to go through 2 reeves in order to get there, that's easy enough to do. Since we gotta do 2 reeves anyway. Would have been a good idea to grab some of the trusts out, because this is going to take a while. Yeah, we probably should take care of these guys first. One that might enable me to get some of the trusts out. Maybe. Maybe it will. Actually requires us passing through 3 of them. And actually, I'm right. It doesn't even mention this one. Come on, kill the son of a gun. There we go. Silly thing. It's a bird. There we go. Finally starting to get off some of the double attacks. Yep, there we go. Let's summon down the speeds. This should help dramatically. There we go. That's a significant chunk of progress. There's the other... There's the other boulder. There's normally 3 of them, but I can't actually physically see the targets on this side, which is an annoyance. There we go, it was only a twofer. That's unusual. That's unusual. And says the next one should be here at K8, and I can see it ahead. And then it says the last one's at K11. K11. Oh, the big birds are here. There's two of them. Lunge. Put them all to sleep. There we go. Early morning. Ground strike. That's the one thing I'm glad about the Karja. That finally gave me a second fragmentation weapon skill. Because, let's be honest, great swords are very limited in what they can actually put out. Skill chain wise, it's actually a little disappointing. There they go. They are all dead. Now if we head to the south and along here, we should stumble across the last reef we have to accomplish. I thought I eliminated that one. Oh, are you kidding me? I just wasted two of those. Yeah, I just wasted two of those. Great. Well, they're not kidding about it being a ravine, I don't think. Where are we? Okay, yeah, the other reef should be down here. As it is. Well, when we look at that, I should look at C. Clearly we don't need that one yet. Nope, all the rest of those look right. It's amazing what a haste will do, actually, when speeding up the rather slow combat otherwise. As does as much double and triple attack as you can get. You can get some quadruple attack on you. Ooh. That'd be amazing. That was a triple attack that we just pulled off. Oh, that was a miss. I always wonder why some weapon skills just miss sometimes. It's actually rather annoying. Because they're meant to be these big, epic moves. And they just miss. It just doesn't sit right half the time with me. This doesn't sit right half the time. There we go. It says hang a right. Should be a hut. It's part of K10 over here. There's the protuberance again. Retrieved. Granted, we're stuck here for another 21 seconds, but... Yes. Inquisitor. Okay, he has in fact decided to aggress to us. Incredibly easy prey, so he's not going to survive very long at all. Especially once we pull off a weapon skill, he's going to die. We should at least pick up a Bivac number 2 while we're down here in the general vicinity. Because we are in the general vicinity of number 2. And there's no colonization reef or anything in our way, so... This way we could at least bypass the 3 we've done. Should just be able to cross this log bridge. Toads. There we go. And we should just now we just need to return to Toppled Tree. Return us to the frontier station. Oh, Toppled. I've gotten what you wanted. You're back. Do you get what I asked for? Yes, this is some high quality leather. Soft to the touch, yet firm and resilient. No wonder they're able to climb that ivy like you or I would climb rope. I'll just have to make us a couple of pair of gloves out of this, and we'll be scaling the cliffs in no time. Talk about perfect. Udip Frowa said she'd take over my post for a little bit in case I needed a break, which I'll use to give this another go. I've got to make some preparations first, though. You interested in coming, though? Once I'm ready, I'll be heading off to the southwest of here, where the closest patch of ivy grows. Maybe I'll see you there. Ah, yes, that's over here. I believe. Oh, don't just stand there. Help me get out of here. Oh, silly man. Oh, this is great. Now we're both stuck in this cursed hole. What's that? Yeah, I know we should have been able to climb the ivy with these gloves. I figured that's all I needed was fashion a pair out of the leather he gave me and then just grab on. But things are never that simple, are we? I think you can give me a boost. Oh, silly man. Oh, made a little bit of progress, I suppose. I need to be able to do this alone. Wait, I've got an idea. Why can you stand back take a couple of steps back and watch me as I give it another go? Maybe you'll be able to see what I've been doing wrong. Not again. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. But my back. I think I threw it out. Here, put on these gloves on and see if you can do better than I did. Maybe the problem is that we're too focused on our hands. What if we used our toes to grope for a sturdy place to anchor ourselves? You've also got better balance than I do. Give it another go. Aha! Great job! You figured out how to do it! Take those gloves with you, free of charge. They're bound to come in handy. Watching you expertly claw your way out of here gave me the confidence to give it another go. I'll be able to climb all these rocks as deftly as you once I put on a bit more muscle. Feel free to head back to camp, or continue your pioneering activities. I'll claw my way out somehow here. Best of luck. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Poor guy. Now we gotta go back to Adeline, because there's a few items I'm gonna need from the auction house. This next one does say that we'll probably get a black screen at some point on this next quest. Thank you for loading the auction counter. So let's see, that's gonna be materials for leather crafting. Rabbit hides. What's the price history on these? Cheap. We need 3 rabbit hides. Unable. Oh dear. There's our rabbit hides, and the other one I think is in bone, would be in bone craft. R. There we go, Raz tusks. What are these? These only run 10 grand. And what's the other one? Because for the last one, we're gonna need ancestral cloth. That's gonna be in cloth craft. Sort these things properly. What do you cost? 20. Could be worse. That's all the items we need. And we need to go to... Not that. That's not going to take us anywhere near where we need to go. Or is it? That'll take us there. Because we don't need to go to map 2 in the Mo gates, in the Woe gates. I mean, to go to the Woe gates anyway. So we need to go to the Mormor basalt fields anyway. Either way, we're gonna have to pass through at least one colonization reef, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pass through one reef anyway. Like, I don't think there's avoiding that. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to avoid at least one of the reefs. Unless someone's already been through and knocked it down. Which looks like someone did. Yeah, someone definitely knocked this down recently. Yeah, someone definitely knocked it down. Thank God. It'll save us a little bit of time. See, I was hoping we could get through all 3 of these quests and then see if we couldn't take on a Wildkeeper's Reeve, but that, I guess, is gonna have to... I guess the question of whether or not we can take on a Reeve or not is gonna have to wait. Because even if we get these 2 quests done, which should be hopefully pretty straightforward... there's just not gonna be enough time to see whether or not we can. Oh, well, we'll have to save that for another time in the future. And that'll give me better time to get a bit better geared anyway. See, both major locations we need to get to... oh, please tell me I can actually navigate to where we need to go from here. It'd be a shame if we couldn't. It would be a shame if we couldn't. I mean, we're gonna find out shortly whether or not that's the case. These Fs are known to be particularly aggressive. Okay. Technically, we have to go across that bridge. Technically. Not a huge problem or deal. There's just a reeve in our way. Just another one of those reeves. No, not the bat. Come on. Oh, I should have read on a bit further. We could have bought the hides for like 80 gil apiece. Whoops. Let's see this other knotted root. There's only 2 of these knotted roots on the ones here. That's a bit weird. Normally they come in sets of 3. But apparently not. Apparently these smaller ones come in sets of 2, which is weird. There we go. Now, we actually have to go 2 places. Oh. Hello. Technically, we need to do that before the... That should enable us to just sneak through, I think. Yeah, that should let us be able to just sneak through. That's not the right direction. I don't have the full map. Although maybe if I'm reading correctly, we're just approaching this from the wrong direction. I hope not. That would suck if we're coming from the wrong direction again. In which case we would have to come from Yorka Weald. I'm not even sure how that would happen. I'm not sure where that is. From the Sindras Cavern. Oh, please tell me we don't have to go all that way. Though if I had to guess, well, that's probably correct. I mean, we'll find out shortly. Yep. Yes, sir. We came the completely wrong direction again. Well, that actually sucks dramatically. Fortunately, there's the other quest in this general vicinity that we can go to. Because there's actually... Yeah, because the other navigation is going to be a pain in the butt if I'm reading it correctly. From the Sindras Cavern. Map 1. Yeah, that's just going to require so much additional navigation that... let's not worry about that. I'll mark out the actual map later. So we're going to have one... We'll end up with one quest that's not been done. That's a shame, but... There's an ancient civilization here. Or was an ancient civilization here. Just trying to navigate properly. Making sure I don't take the wrong cliff. That doesn't help. Okay, that doesn't help. That's clearly the wrong direction to go. Back to the start we go. And except this time, let's take that northernmost exit and see where that takes us, because that should possibly take us to where we want to go. Taking this up here might take us to where we want to go. Because we didn't want to drop down that cliff. We very much, I did not. Yeah, because this is leading up. Which should, yes, there we go. That's where we wanted to go. Then around like this, maybe? No. Not like that. We actually did want to drop down this cliff. Because this should take us to the exits we need. Firmly shut, you say? There's something I'm not understanding. So it would seem. Okay, how do we even get to you? From the drifts? Let me guess, from the drifts. Well, you know what? With all of them fighting, you know, let's just kill me. Just kill me. It's gonna be faster that way. It's just gonna be faster that way. Thank you. So we need to navigate. Yeah, I'm going to have to navigate through the Sidrus Cavern. None of those are particularly great locations. Well, I think I'm beginning to understand the particular route they want us to take. It's not particularly great. Let's see the Doe gates and the Sea gates. Could that take us to the Doe gates there? And that would take us to the Doe gates there, which has... Okay. Game has stopped responding. Weird. There we go. Anyway, figured I'd show you what I'm looking at. This is the map of where we need to go. Okay. One of the locations we need to go to. Okay. This is basically where we were. As you can see here, there was that land bridge that connects the drifts to the Weald over here. I was hoping there would be a way to navigate to there, as it looks like there is here. But that's just a sheer cliff. An annoyingly clear cliff there. So I was hoping that we could maybe access map 2 over here and do the other quest that's over here. No, that's map 2. Map 2 is inaccessible. Reasons unknown to me. So it's like, okay, so we have to go to the Weald, which is this map here. So it's like, okay, that's clearly where we need to go here. Also a significantly nicer map. So that connects to Syndra's Cavern here, which is this malarkey here. So it's like, okay, we've got the Woe Gates here, which is over here, and it's like, well, there's the map here that connects here, and I'm assuming here to either one of those. So we could go to either of those to go here, but there's also the Doe Gates and the Sea Gates over here. Well, this is the Doe Gates. It's going to be easier to navigate here, because we can just come from the fortet here, and then just up into the caverns here, which will lead us here. Since we now can scale, we can just scale down, and it looks like possibly just bungle our way through without any colonization reefs to there. Possibly. Which, like I said, that'll bring us here, which then means we have to navigate all the way around to here and pick up this along the way. In order to even go to here, which will lead to here, and then from here, we do the quest here, and then we walk all the way over to the outer one here to do the other quest there. That sounds like something to do on a day where we have more than an hour and a half's worth of stream to do. So annoyingly, I had 3 quests I wanted to accomplish today, plus possibly doing a Wildskeeper Reeve. That's not happening. That's just not happening, annoyingly enough. We did get one of them done, and perhaps the most useful one, which is scaling. I mean, so many of these maps feature something to scale. It will help tremendously. So we'll have to save the rest of this Edelin wrap-up for some other day. Possibly a Saturday. Or maybe just a bit of peace, a bit here and a bit there. But, having said that, we still made interesting amounts of progress in Seekers. And, we'll see you all tomorrow for Solstia 2, its demo. I'm excited to see what that contains, because that entire franchise has me interested.